just sparks
Yeah.
urgency in me.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like the past couple of days now, I've been thinking, shall I leave the workshop until June and just do halfway through the year? But I've planned, I want to do every 3 months.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I can feel my weak self coming in, and I go, no, I've only got 12 months to. I've only got 10 months to live.
Yeah.
That comes into my mind. I'm not joking. That comes in. I go, no, act.
Yeah.
And I look forward to sharing that story at the seminar.
Right.
Being totally open and say, right, yeah, I keep getting those weak moments, but I don't act on it. I don't listen to it.
Yeah.
So what do you need to say to yourself to start making the most out of your day?
Absolutely.
Like
100%.
it could be your last day.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I see how quickly life flits past and how much I wasted on stupid decisions. So like you, I don't waste any time now.
Yeah.
But that's a great way of looking at it.
So like
And
most of my life, you said, as soon as you finished school, you had that self-development cap on.
Yeah.
It took me like 25, it took me another 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years from I left school, I was still drifting through life until I started my food business.
Yep.
And says, right, I want to build £1 million business. I am nowhere near the person that needs to, I'm nowhere near the person I need to be to build it. What do I need to do? Read, obsess about developing myself.
That's exactly how I approach things. Like I said earlier, so you set yourself £1 million business, that's your goal. And instead of thinking about everything you got to do between now and then, you've just gone to the beginning and gone, right, what do I need to do to start? And that's the stumbling block for most people, is starting, because they're so overwhelmed by the journey. It's all part of the fun. There's going to be a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
But you did exactly the same thing that I do.
And it's the doubt, though. It's you're listening to the doubt and the weaker side of yourself, just how I've just mentioned. My weaker side is saying, oh no, wait another 3 months.
Fuck that side.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because the guy that I'm setting it up with, he hasn't got back to me for a couple of days. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, well, no, don't matter. It's like just 3 months promoting it, 2 weeks promoting it. Right. Just follow through, because it's better if I do it now, because then the June one will be better.
Right. So let me ask you a question. When the doubt sets in, because we've all had it, we're human, it's part of our psychology. When the doubt sets in one simple sentence, what does it say to you? Just one simple sentence.
It says, take your foot off the gas. It says,
right,
don't post this here.
Why? Because you can't do it?
Self-doubt, considering what other people will think.
Okay, but my question to you is this. If I said to you, take your foot off the gas, because I don't think you can do that, you'll tell me to fuck myself, yeah? Get out of here. You would tell me. And if anyone else that you didn't respect and hasn't achieved what you're setting out to achieve told you what your negative side is telling you, you'll tell them to go stick it too, wouldn't you? So this is how I look at it when self-doubt kicks in. I treat it no different than anyone else telling me what I can and can't do, because people all my life have told me what I should and shouldn't do, what I can and can't do, how I should and shouldn't do something. And I don't listen to them. So I treat my self-doubt the same way I treat those people. And that's how I've overcome that.
Yes. Another one helps me is, how is this thought serving me?
Right. If it's not serving you, get rid of it.
Yeah, as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a muscle, isn't it? It's a muscle that you have to continually train every single day. Yeah. It's not just right now am my higher self for the rest of my life. Yeah. It's not like that. Because I've said that I'm going to live these next 12 months. Like, just doesn't mean every single day I'm doing that. I've got to continually remind myself. I've just said that. Yeah. I've said I'm going to live this life. It's gave me so much energy. Go back to that. Go back to that feeling.
Yeah. Do you know what you've just said is actually something that's really had an impact on me. You know, when I first started in the gym, with anything in life, whether it's learning a technique in kickboxing, or whether it's a personal development mindset thing, or whether it's just building a muscle, repetition, and it takes time and it takes effort. The problem with people today, in fact, the problem with human nature, is that people want it now. It doesn't exist.
Gratification.
Right, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You don't get anything in life worth having easily and instantly. It's just not possible. And it's like I've spoke to people in the past about their negative mindsets, and this is why I don't try to inspire people now, because it's just hard getting through to people, because they're so tuned into negativity. They're addicted to negativity and I don't even know it. But it's like, every day you've got to work at positivity. You've got to fight the human urge to dwell and simmer in negative emotions and mind thoughts. You have to fight it every single day. And 6 months you might be great at it, but if you stop fighting it, you'll revert back. It really is that simple. I say life is like it's like a stream. Okay, you imagine you're in a stream and the flow is going this way at quite a pace. If you swim, you might get ahead. The harder you swim, the further ahead you get. You stop swimming and you just go straight back to where you started. And it's the same with everything in life that you want, whether it's getting strong, whether it's getting fit, whether it's building your mindset, whether it's beating depression, whether it's beating addiction. You just got to keep swimming and never stop. And the minute you realize you can't stop swimming, that's when you settle in and realize that this ain't easy. Nothing in life worth having is going to be easy. And I've just got to keep on swimming.
Yes.
And that's exactly how life is.
That's one of the best metaphors I've heard on the podcast.
It's true though.
Thank you, Nick.
No
Beautiful.
problem.
Keep that in mind.
Just keep damn swimming, man.
Keep swimming.
Because you'll either drown or go right back to where you started.
So there's what's gone through my mind recently is like there's so many gyms to keep fit. And the importance of looking good, growing like strong muscles and impressing people with how you look. Okay. Why? Well, I feel there's not enough focus in training this and the importance of this.
For sure.
So people would prefer, I'm saying in general from what I see, they'd prefer like to spend their money on getting their body fit. And if any, time and effort, not just time. Not because if you've got no money, you've still got time and you can still pick up the book without paying a coach or anything, buying anything. You can still pick up the book. Why do you think that is?
Oh, do you want to hear my theory on this? Because I've thought about this a lot. Okay.
We're on the same wavelength.
Here's where it gets controversial.
Excellent.
Right. Especially in the West, it's called indoctrination. Right. You go to school. They teach you to be a robot, a machine. They don't want you thinking. They don't want you being anything more than a slave to the system. So it starts at school. I'll get to this point in a second. At school, they teach you how to think, where to go, where to be. Get a job. Get a girlfriend. Get married. Have a kid. Get a mortgage. Boom, got you trapped in the system.
Settle down.
Trapped. Then the narrative that you're constantly spewed at is to look good, feel in shape. Okay. So the reason that people don't think about their mindset is because they're not trained from birth to think about their mindset. They all want to look good because they want to get the girl, they want to get married, they want to be in shape because all these magazines, all this media portrays this healthy shape, this body, but they're not feeding you with information about how to improve your brain, how to be a better person, how to be an entrepreneur, how to think outside of the box. The system is just set that way because the rich, the powerful, the elite, they control the whole world through narratives. And the narrative is, look good, get in shape. That's okay. Don't think, don't be an individual, don't be an entrepreneur. That's not okay. And that's my view. The whole world is slaves to the elite. That's how I see it.
Yeah. Support the system.
People don't know how stupid they are. That's my opinion. And if you watch Andrew Tate, he's a prime example. And when people start to listen to him and start waking up, they shut him down, they cancel him, they smear his reputation. Whatever he's done in the past, irrelevant. I'm talking about what he believes in, the narrative that he's trying to push now is everything the elite don't want you to be. So that's my view on it. So if you want to set up something to help people break out of these shackles and start thinking freely, I'm all about supporting that, bro.
Thank you, Nick. Really appreciate it.
But if you get to a point where a lot of people start listening, you're going to face some pushback. Because they don't want you thinking freely. We need slaves, bro.
Sure, I'll have some great stories to share along the way. Well, that's what we're doing here now.
Absolutely.